Salut les enfants, salut les apprenants. Comment allez-vous? Je vais bien aussi. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes là pour continuer avec notre leçon de français. Le chapitre du jour est nous allons continuer avec notre chapitre que nous avons débuté la semaine passée. Le chapitre est savoir, demander et donner l'heure. Je répète encore, répétez après moi, repeat after me. Savoir, demander et donner l'heure. Savoir, demander et donner l'heure. L'objectif du jour, objective of the day. Donner l'heure. Donner l'heure. The topic is all about how to ask and give time. And then the objective of the day, we are going to learn how to give time in French. Last time we learned how to ask the question and some parts of some devices we use to talk about time. We say we can use une horloge, we can use une montre, and we also spoke about some different parts of a clock, the hand, which we call les aiguilles, and we are having three of them. One indicating hour is called l'heure, the one indicating minute is called minute, and the last one we said it was second, that one is the second. So today we are going to we also learn how to ask the question in French, which is quelle heure est-il, which means what says the time. Today we are going to look at how to answer the questions and provide the time like 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Today we are not going to talk about the one that you will be adding the minute to it. No. Okay, without wasting time, let's start today's lesson. Donner l'heure. Encore, donner l'heure, which is to give time or give time. You have already learned this question on the screen. Quelle heure est-il? Répétez encore. Okay, what did you say quelle heure est-il mean? If your answer is what says the time or what time is it, you have done well. Keep it up. Now let's see how we can answer this question. Looking at the clock on the screen, check the time, try and write the answer down. Make sure you provide the answer in French. We are going to compare, okay? Don't worry. Very good. This time, the time you see on the clock over there is 1 o'clock. Is it not so? 1 o'clock. In French, you say il est une heure. 1 is une or un, because this one is a feminine noun. That's why we have said une. Il est une heure. Répétez. Il est une heure. That is in the morning. But what about PM? The way we say PM. The way we say PM in the afternoon. If it is 1 in the afternoon, then you say 13. 13. Il est 13 heures. Encore, il est 13 heures. So meaning 1 a.m. is il est une heure, short. And then PM, il est 13 heures. That is for 1. In French, you don't use AM, you don't use EM. But we rather say une heure, and in the afternoon, we say il est 13 heures. You are going to add 12 to the actual time. So looking at the one over here, 2 o'clock, we have said 1 o'clock is une heure or 13 heures. So what about 2? Okay, let's look at the answer quickly. 2 in French is deux. We all know it. And then the time is, when I ask you the question, quelle heure est-il? And you look on into your watch or clock, you have seen this one. You say, il est 2 heures. Il est 2 heures. Again, il est 2 heures. In the afternoon, il est 14 heures. Encore, il est 14 heures. Il est 14 heures. Let's look at the next one. We have learned 1, 2, 3 in French. That is 1, 2, 3. The next one is 3. Provide the answer and let's see. Il est 3 heures. Il est 3 heures. Encore. Il est 3 heures. In the afternoon. Il est 15 heures. Encore. Il est 15 heures. That is 3 p.m. We shall continue with the next hour. After 3 heures, what do you have? 4 heures. Très bien. So the answer is il est 4 heures. Il est 4 heures. Il est 4 heures. And then the next one is il est 16 heures. Il est 16 heures. How are we getting the PM? We are just adding 12 to our time. Here we have seen that the time is all about 4 o'clock. Is it not so? So 12 plus 4 is giving you 16. That's why we say il est 16 heures. We shall try the next one. Il est 5 heures. Oh, il est 17 heures. Il est 5 heures. Il est 5 heures. Il est 17 heures. Il est 6 heures. Il est 6 heures. Il est 6 heures. Il est 18 heures. On continue avec les autres. Quelle heure est-il? Looking at the time, il est 7h07. So this is what we used to talk about time. Last time we learned that the small one indicates hour and the middle one indicates minutes, and the second is not even needed, so we have not brought it here. Okay, il est 7 heures. Il est 19 heures. That is 7 p.m. The first one is 7 a.m. Il est 7 heures. Il est 19 heures. Il est 8 heures. Il est 20 heures. Il est 8 heures. Il est 20 heures. This is 9 o'clock. How do you say it in French? Il est 9 heures. 9 is 9. Il est 9 heures. Il est 21 heures. 21 heures. 21 heures. That is 9 p.m. The same question. Quelle heure est-il? And the time now is 10 o'clock. How will you say 10 o'clock in French? Provide your answer down and try to say it in French. Now look at it. Il est 10 heures. 10. 10 is 10. Il est 10 heures. If the number is more than 1, then you have to add s to heure. If not, it is a mistake. Il est 10 heures. In the evening, you will say, or in the night, you say, il est 22 heures. that is PM. Il est 22 heures. On reprend encore. Il est 22 heures. Quelle heure est-il? Look at the time. Our minute is pointing at 0. 0 is the one at the top there, the blue color. 0, 1, 2, traversing. So since the minute is 0, we are not even bringing it. We are just talking about hour. So look at it and write it again. Il est 11 heures, because 11 is 11. Il est 11 heures. On reprend. Il est 11 heures. What about in the night? Il est 23 heures. Again. Il est 23 heures. Très bien. And we shall look at 12 o'clock. How to say 12 o'clock in the morning. How to say 12 o'clock when we are at sleep. 12 o'clock at noon, which means midday. How do you say that one too? So let's look at it fast. The first one you see there is il est 12 heures. Il est 12 heures, but then it is midday, which is il est 12 heures. The one we are seeing here is in the middle of the day at noon. It is noon, okay? How do you say it is noon in French? Il est midi. Il est midi. That one we don't add heure to it. Il est midi means it is noon, which means it is midday. Now what about if it is in the night, but then we are sleeping? We say il est 24 heures. Again, il est 24 heures. Again, il est 24 heures. This is 12 a.m. But then we are sleeping. Since we are sleeping, that is the midnight. Is it not so? Night is nuit. So here we are having what? Midnight. The last one we are seeing here. The last one you are seeing here is what we are calling midnight. You see the last one at the bottom there. So we say il est minuit. Those ones we don't add to it. Il est minuit. That will lead us to the end of this lesson. Fin de la leçon means end of the lesson. So today, what have you learned? Qu'est-ce que nous avons appris aujourd'hui? Aujourd'hui, nous avons appris comment donner l'heure. Nous avons appris 1 heure, 2 heures, 3 heures, 4 heures, 5 heures, 6 heures, 7 heures, 8 heures, 9 heures, 10 heures, 11 heures, 12 heures. Nous avons aussi appris que ce que j'ai déjà dit est dans la matinée. We have learned that all the things that I mentioned right now are all in the morning. What about in the afternoon or in the night? 1 heure is 13 heures. Quelle heure est-il? Say, il est 14 heures for 2 p.m. So how am I getting it? I'm just adding 12 to what? 2. As I've added 12 to 2, then it becomes 14. 14 is 14. So do it to the other ones. And one special thing that you have learned today is how to say midday and midnight. We say midday is midi. Then we say il est midi. That is, it is noon. We don't add heure to that one. We also learned how to say midnight, which is il est minuit. Il est minuit. So don't also forget that when you are writing your time, when you say 1 heure, because it is only 1 hour, 1 o'clock, don't add s to heure. But if it is from 2, 2, 3, 4 going, then you can add what? S to the heure. Merci beaucoup pour l'attention que vous avez prêtée. Maintenant, nous allons prendre quelques devoirs à faire. Devoir numéro 1. La question est de répondre à la question quelle heure est-il? The question is to answer Your work is to answer the question, what time is it? Quelle heure est-il? So I want you to provide two answers: the time in the morning and the time in the afternoon, that is AM and what PM. Okay, that's why I provided two lines over there. Then you do all. It's up to you. Are having 4 questions. Okay, do it the same way we have learned today. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup et au revoir, à la prochaine.